Check, check.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Playoff Volleyball. That's right, it is section tournament time. It feels like winter, but we are here inside Pine River Backus' gymnasium. To be honest, there was actually like a little bit of cool air being blown around the gym. I joked with AD Tim Tungseth. I said, hey, what do you got the AC still on in here for? It's going to warm up because it's playoff time. We welcome you to the 5A East subsection tournament, and the Pine River Backus Tigers got the number 1 seed, and they are your host tonight as they take on the East Central Eagles. The East Central Eagles are the number 8 seed, and it's the first round of the first full round of 5A volleyball. All right. Welcome to the Station 371 pregame show, sponsored by Station 371 in Pine River. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371. They got your bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, and of course, remember those hunting licenses. Station 371 right on the highway in Pine River. I'm Devin Kruger. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. A nice crowd already starting to file in for tonight's matchup with the PRB Tigers and the East Central Eagles. On the pregame show, we're going to take a look at these two teams. We will hear from both head coaches, get you the lineups, and we are set for a 7 o'clock tip-off. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have got the stack-up of these two teams, tell you more about them as we get ready for playoff volleyball. We're back on the pregame show right after this. You're watching us live on yourliveevent.com. And PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River Backus Schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters. Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with number 1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
And we welcome you back to the Station 371 pregame show as the teams are warming up. They're clearly one of our cameras. The cameras are a bit frozen. We're going to work on that, but hopefully you're hearing me as we are looking at these two teams in 5A East. East Central is 5-16 coming in. They are the number 8 seed. They were the number 8 seed coming in. They defeated number 9 seed McGregor with a 3-game sweep last night. So they played last night right back at it today for the 5A tournament. The East Central Eagles, head coached by Carrie Wentworth in her second year. They have just 4 seniors on this team. They won 3 games last year and lost to Mille Lacs in the first round. And the Eagles already, of course, bettering that with a 5-win season. And looking for what would be, let's face it, it would be a big upset here tonight if they get the win in Pine River. For the Pine River Backus Tigers, the number 1 seed in the East subsection, 18-9. They have not played since a week ago Tuesday. It's been 10 days since the Tigers have taken the floor against somebody. They are 18-9. Of course, last year, the Tigers, a 27-6 season. They are the defending section champions coming into this 2023 playoffs. They did not meet this year in the regular season, but they did meet last year. These two teams met at the Barb Neproot tournament in Crosby Ironton. It was the first game of the tournament last year. Pine River Backus won that in a 2-game sweep, and that was the only meeting I found between the PRB Tigers and the East Central Eagles in the series. So I don't know. Pine River Backus has been in Section 5 a long time. Perhaps they met long, long ago, but at least for the recent history, that's the only meeting between these two teams. The winner of this match will head on to the 5A subsection semifinals scheduled for Halloween night. If the Tigers win, we'll have somebody right back here at PRB High School, where the winner of this match will take on the winner of number 4-seeded Bram and number 5-seeded Ogilvie. We do have on one of our radio stations, KKIN FM 94.3, the number 2 seed Mille Lacs Raiders taking on number 7 Upsala tonight. That one also scheduled to start here at the top of the hour. And the other matchup on the east side, the third seed is Swanville. They're taking on 6-seeded Hill City. So let's look at the bracket as well as how these two teams stack up. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we're going to hear from our head coaches. We'll first talk with Kerry Wentworth, head coach for the East Central Eagles, and then we'll chat with Josh Hershey, head coach of the PRB Tigers. Don't go anywhere. It's playoff volleyball tonight as the Tigers and Eagles face off. It is the coaches' comments next on the Station 371 pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com.
Watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100. Communities prosper and
welcome back to our pregame show for playoff volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com. As joining us now is Kerry Wentworth, head coach for the Eagles of East Central. Kerry, first of all, we congratulate you on getting the first-round playoff win. Excited to meet you and see your squad here in Pine River tonight. Thanks for a couple of minutes.
You bet, thank you.
Well, Coach, you got that first-round playoff win. Coming off a season last year of just 3 wins, you've bettered that this year in your second year. Take us through a quick recap of how that felt last night, how you felt the girls played, and got that win.
Perfect. Yeah, we just faced McGregor 10 days ago in regular season, so it hadn't been too long since we'd seen them. We dropped that first set when we played them 10 days ago, but then picked up the next 3. So McGregor started off strong last night, looking for that win. However, we were able to pull off a win in 3 straight sets last night.
What were you most pleased with when it comes to what your girls were able to execute on the floor?
Sure. Last night, we have been working a lot on just getting quicker coverage and quicker transitions, and they really showed that on the court last night.
Of course, the way this tournament is set up, Kerry, is there is no practice in between a first-round win and now into the quarterfinal round. You take a long drive up here to Pine River. What were the conversations like? What did you focus on to get your girls prepared to come into battle tonight?
Sure. Kind of like we said before, we've been working on coverage for the postseason. We knew that was going to be a huge make-or-break situation for us, no matter who we played. And again, we're just going to be focusing on bringing a strong offensive game right from the start.
I know that you have not played Pine River Backus this year. I saw that you did see them at the Barb Neproot in Crosby last year. Do you know much, have you seen much of the Tigers this year, Kerry, and what do you have kind of in your mind of what they bring to the table?
Sure, no, yeah, we didn't see them in person this year, but based on their record, it looks like, we're looking at another solid team this year, and we're looking for, some good competition tonight.
What do you feel it would take for your East Central Eagles to come in here and get the upset victory?
I think a big part tonight is going to be turning up that volume and energy on the court, getting that mental game, keeping that nice and strong, making sure our coverage is really on point tonight.
Coach, one thing that I know I didn't quite prep you on, but it's a question I'd like to ask is when it gets to tournament time, when you're in small town high school sports, there's so much that can lean potentially on the seniors. You have 4 on your roster coming into the playoffs. What message did you have for your seniors? What messages are they conveying to the team as they take that last playoff run?
Sure. I think most seniors can attest to the feeling of we don't want our season to end. So I think that's what they're conveying to the rest of their teammates. And again, I feel like we've really gelled as a team at the end of this year. So, we're just playing strong and finishing out the season just as strong as we can.
Coach, pleasure to chat with you. Thank you again for the time. Good luck to you and the Eagles tonight.
Thank you.
That's Carrie Wentworth, head coach for the East Central Eagles, as we take a break on the Station 371 pregame show. More after this on yourliveevent.com.
Locally, everyone benefits. First National Bank has been serving the Lakes area since 1902, with their focus being on their customers and our communities. They are your hometown bank with hometown pride. First National Bank wishes all the area sports teams the best of luck and are happy to help bring you the live coverage. First National Bank is locally owned and operated with 10 branches from Walker to Baxter. Visit www.fnbnorth.com. Member FDIC.
And we are back on the Station 371 pregame show as Josh Hershey joins us, head coach for the PRB Tigers. Coach, here we are. Was here for that final regular season game. Of course, now that's 10 days ago, and you're now ready to start your playoff run as the top seed in the 5A East. Thrilled to be here for the start of it, Coach. Thanks for a couple minutes before we start against East Central tonight.
Hey, yeah, thanks for being here. We've been looking forward to getting back on the court and playing. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the next week is a good week.
We talked right after that Nevis game about what you were going to do with the long break. Obviously, you maybe, I don't know, did you drive them every day? Did you let them take a little MEA break? How did you handle it to get them ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, no, they had a couple days off on the weekend, and weekend was pretty normal, and then this week's been a good week of practice. We've worked hard. Hopefully we're ready to go.
We know that with this team and talking to you throughout the season, you're always looking to be ship-shape now. You've got to be playing your best now and, of course, into next week should you get the win tonight. What were some of the main focal points with your group?
Boy, everything. I mean, every aspect of the game we worked on pretty hard. We broke them down into groups. It's kind of nice this time of year when the junior high isn't practicing. That gives me 4 courts to use. And so, some of our work was very small group, by rotation at times. And so, we were as specific as we could be this week, and really we worked on every aspect of our game.
Coming in tonight, you have East Central. They had a play-in game last night. They got the win. You didn't play them this year. You played them last year in the Barb Netbrood tournament. Obviously, it's a new year. I was thinking you might not even remember that, but that's why I might have my research. Did you completely just keep the focus on the Tigers this week, or did you try to get a little bit on what the Eagles bring?
Yeah, no, we try to scout everybody at playoff time, that's for sure. And so, we got a little bit of information, and, hopefully it helps. We'll see. It wasn't the most in-depth scouting report that we've ever had, but, well, we think we got some targets in terms of who we want to serve at and those kind of things, and at the net where we'd like to attack the ball if all goes well.
You mentioned serving. I know that's always a key cog, and I know that that's something that even late in the season was something that not everybody was really up to par. When you talked about breaking things down this week, how crucial did you get into what serving could do for this team in a section run?
I don't know if there's been a year where it's been more important to us, especially in terms of the matchups we could have if we're fortunate enough to win tonight anyway. And I got a couple of young kids that are really close to being really good, including one jump server, and so we need her. I mean, we need them, and so we'll see how they handle it tonight, and then we'll reassess, but we'll keep pushing them into next week, and hopefully just kind of go for it in most of our rotations. There'll be a few rotations where we're in safe, we're putting the ball in the box, and going to live to see another play.
A lot of times when we get into the playoffs, I like to bring up the seniors because we all know that it is such a mental game. It always is. But now for that group, it's their last run. What's the vibe you got from them this week? Any messages that you like to talk to your seniors about when you're getting into playoff time?
No, this group's well prepared for it, I think. I just mentally, I feel like they're in a good spot. They know we got to go for it or we go home anyway. So I think they get that we got to go for it. I also think they get that there's more important things in life. And so hopefully that's the mindset. Hopefully we can go play like that.
Coach, fun to get the playoffs started here in Pine River tonight for you and your club. Appreciate the time. Good luck, and we'll talk to you after the match.
Sounds good. Thanks for being here.
Always, Josh Hershey, head coach for the PRB Tigers. As we take a break, more on the Station 371 pregame show coming up on yourliveevent.com.
Get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
And welcome back to the Station 371 pregame show. Here ready for 5A East Volleyball with East Central and Pine River Backus. Let's give you the starting lineups. First, for the visiting East Central Eagles under the direction of Carrie Wentworth in her second year. The Eagles coming in as the number 8 seed. They are 5-16 on the season. They'll start a 5'10 senior setter and right side hitter Gracie Hartle. A 5'5 senior outside hitter Mason Bellinger. A 5'3 junior middle hitter Elsie Lowerson. A 5'5 junior center and right side hitter Chandra Nelson. A 5'7 junior outside hitter Lydia Fernengo. And a 5'8 junior middle hitter Mallory Hartle. So for East Central, and they do not have a libero, it's 2 seniors and 4 juniors, Gracie Hartle, Mason Bellinger, Lowerson, Nelson, Fernango, and Mallory Hartle. Now for the Pine River Backus Tigers, top seed in the 5A East subsection tournament, 18-9 on the season. For head coach Josh Hershey in his 10th season, they will start junior Cassidy Baristo, senior Brianna Hannikin, sophomore Mimi Bukers, senior Ashley Shamp, senior Megan Irish, senior Alora Dahl, and the libero for the Tigers is junior Caitlin Riley. Again, for PRB, it's Bristow, Brianna Hannikin, Bukers, Shamp, Irish, Alora Dahl, and the libero Riley. That is your station. Those are your starting lineups. The PRB Tigers, I asked the question of Josh Hershey. They have 6 seniors on the Tigers. Those are your starting lineups. We wrap up the Station 371 pregame show, and we have our opening serve coming right up after this on yourliveevent.com.
Stock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do something. And we welcome you back. Thanks to Station 371 for sponsoring the pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com as we get ready for volleyball action tonight. Again, the winner moves on to Tuesday in the subsection semifinals against either Bram or Ogilvie. East Central to the left as we see it with the blue jerseys, black shorts, white numbers and letters with gray trim. The PRB Tigers in their home orange uniforms, black shorts, so white numbers trimmed in black, black letters trimmed in white. Caitlin Riley will head into the back row as the libero as we get you set for our opening serve tonight with Pine River Backus and East Central. We have other matches throughout our family of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Also, I believe on YourLiveEvent.com, International Falls hosting Crosby Ironton in 7 AA. I Falls up 2-0. They started at 6 o'clock. Pine River Backus setting up on the left side, and here is a tip by Ashley Shamp, dug out by East Central. On the left side, Fernengo, tipped at the net by Bristow. Good rally to start. Here's Shamp again off the tip, down the near sideline, and good. Pine River Backus scores their opening point tonight. Shamp, one of these 6 seniors. PRB starts 4 seniors, a junior and a sophomore, along with the junior libero, as here's Avery Sawyer, and Avery Sawyer plants an ace down for the opening serve for PRB, and it's quickly 2-0 for the top-seeded Tigers. Sawyer goes far sideline. It's played by the Eagles. On the left side, here's a shot, that one way deep. Flat shot by Mallory Hartle. Gracie Hartle, the tallest Eagle at 5'10", no heights listed for the PRB Tigers. Here's a set to the middle, and that one is going to go out of bounds as East Central a little off kilter on that play, and Coach Wentworth and the East Central Eagles trying to right the ship here. It's a quick 4-0 lead for PRB, and now one right over the net. Boy, that was a great recovery by East Central, and a super diving play to keep it alive by Fernengo. Now here's a shot blocked at the net by the Eagles. Alora Dahl sets Ashley Shamp, goes cross court just off the net, and just clipping the net certainly helped on that one as Shamp picks up her second kill. And it is a 5-0 start for PRB. Avery Sawyer controlling that service line just right of center. Sends one to midcourt. Here's the set coming to the near side. Here's Gracie Hartle, and that one off of a blocker, and the first point tonight for East Central, courtesy of one of their seniors, Gracie Hartle. Chandra Nelson got the assist. Now she'll exit in favor of Ruby Munson. Munson is a senior for the Eagles. It's 5-1 Pine River Backus. PRB will send in a sub as well. Mimi Bukers will come in for Megan Irish. Back to serve Gracie Hartle. 5-1 PRB. Here's Alora Dahl, going to come to Bristow, left side. She's got a hammer, and that one off the tape. Hitting error makes it 5-2. Think this, when you're upset-minded like East Central and you're a big underdog, the early part of the match can be huge. And now Madeline Knapp, who's in the back row, puts one into the net. That's back-to-back hitting errors for the Tigers on the third hit off the top of the tape. Coach Hershey said they worked on every facet. I'm sure they worked very, very hard this week. Tigers trying to start off in sharp form, and there's 3 straight hitting errors on Pine River Backus. And right now, East Central is living off Tigers' mistakes, and they have cut the gap to 5-4. Gracie Hartle continues to serve, sends it to Caitlin Riley. Alora Dahl to the left side. Bristol, she'll tap. Good coverage there by Fernengo. Here's the slap over by Mallory Hartle. And here's a cross-court shot from the heels of Ashley Shamp. Fernengo, left side, and that one, diving save, Alora Dahl, and Bristol bumps it over. Good play by the Tigers. Now here's a shot cross-court by Munson. Alora Dahl to Ashley Shamp. She has to bump it across. Tigers can't get a clean attack in the middle, and this one is way deep. East Central tried to claim there was a touch, no touch called, and it's 6-4. But East Central gets a little confidence and some help. 6-4, Pine River Backus leading. Alora Dahl back to serve. Jump serve, and tough one, nicely played by Lowerson. On the right side, this one off of a blocker and good. Point East Central. Fernengo gets herself the kill. 6-5, close start with the 8th seeded Eagles. Tough serve there by Fernengo. Now here's a shot by Bristow. Nicely played and beautifully one-handed right to the back line. Bristow will bump it for the left side. Buchers with a tip. Good coverage there by Mallory Hartle, and it's bumped across by Bellinger. Here's the back set, right side, and that one crushed by Ashley Shamp. Ashley Shamp off to a strong start. That's her third kill. 7-5, Pine River Backus. Serving is Caitlin Riley. Comes to the near side. Tough serve by Riley, and then they're going to get a double hit. Mallory Hartle trying to help out, but called for the double hit. That violation gives it 8-5 as it's a construction type crowd for that student section. Caitlin Riley, another rifle. This one right at the net, and here's a slap across by the Eagles. Here's a set middle, and Bristow off the blocker and good. First kill tonight for Cassidy Bristow. And after East Central closed that gap to 1, now Pine River Backus looking to extend things again. They're up 9-5 here in our opening set. Long serve to the back row. East Central 1-2-3, and they just have to send it across. Here's a Dahl, set right side. Bristow through the blocker, off the head of Bellinger, but nobody there to recover it. Bristow collects another kill. 5 assists already for Alora Dahl, and it's a 10-5 Tigers lead. The top seed trying to pull away. And a tough serve, and that one in. Ace serve, Caitlin Riley. Put it behind Bellinger, and Lowerson didn't slide over, and Caitlin Riley placed that one beautifully. Riley after the ace, same type of shot. Bellinger straight up in the air. East Central struggles and pushes it back over. Alora Dahl, left side. Here's the cross-court shot down. Good, Mimi Buchers. If East Central continues to have trouble with serve receive, Caitlin Riley could be behind the service line for a while. Pine River Backus able to get a pretty good shot at the net. Riley, and that pass back over the net. Tigers trying to use it. Brianna Hannikin's first attack. Blocked and right back to the Eagles. Bumped up in the air by Gracie Hartle, and then the third hit by Mallory Hartle in the top of the tape. It's a 7-0 run. Coach Wentworth contemplating a timeout as the Tigers lead 13-5, and Caitlin Riley on a roll. Sends a short one. Ace serve, Caitlin Riley, and Coach Wentworth immediately signals for time. Opening set in this 5A East quarterfinal, and it's Pine River Backus 14 and East Central 5. We break. More after this on YourLiveEvent.com. Friends, join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100. Communities prosper. We welcome you back. Devin Kruger here with you on YourLiveEvent.com. East Central struggling on offense against the tough serving for Caitlin Riley. Coach Hershey said that serving might be more important than ever for this Tigers team to make the run that they would like, which of course would be a repeat trip to the state tournament. Last year they unfortunately went 0-2 down at state. Of course they want to crack it going down there and have a better showing. East Central again has to just slap it across from Mallory Hartle. Cassie Bristow at the net, blocked, but it goes off of Mallory Hartle and out of bounds. Bristow now with her third kill. And Pine River Backus on a tear, 9 straight points. The lead is 10. Riley sends over to Bellinger. That'll be an ace. Third ace for Caitlin Riley, the junior. And now Coach Josh Hershey going to make a change in the front row. Megan Irish will come in and replace Mimi Bukers. Caitlin Riley standing on that right side again. Sends another tough serve over. East Central able to play it. Here's a decent attack this time by Mallory Hartle. Tigers dig it out in the middle. Here's a shot down and good. Cassidy Bristow. Well, for East Central, they were able to at least get the pass received that time. The serve received by Fernango was in a decent spot. The Eagles got an attack on it, but the Tigers, of course, strong defensively. And send it back. Here's Riley again. That one is out, and boy, that one just missed Fernango. And that snaps a 10-0 run for Pine River Backus. 17-6. Make that an 11-0 run. 17-6. Here's the shot. That one dug out by East Central. Here's the bump and push deep by Gracie Hartle. Alora Dahl, good pass at the net. Right side, all the set. Push Brianna Hannigan back. Dug out by Mallory Hartle. Here's Munson tipping it over. Dahl to Bristow. That one nicely dug out by Mallory Hartle. In the middle, here's a pop across by Lowerson. Now here comes Megan Irish with the tip. Nicely one-handed by the Eagles. Gracie Hartle sends it over, and that one is out. East Central showing some good scrappiness on that point. As Mallory Hartle will head back to serve again, 17-7. PRB with a good lead here in the opening set. Mallory with a jump serve. Riley with the pass. Alora Dahl right side. Bristow off the blocker, down and good. Bristow getting the feed on the right side this time. Avery Sawyer will come in. Knapp will come out. And Ella Dahl will come in for the first time. Ella, a sophomore. She'll replace Cassidy Bristow. Ella will come to the near side on the left side of the service line. 18-7, Pine River Backus jump serve into the net. And a point right back to the Eagles. Chandra Nelson will check back in for Ruby Munson. Nelson will head back to serve. Nelson sends a good liner to the near side. Good pass, great pass by Ella Dahl, but the shot too long. Brianna Hannigan hits it deep. For the last 5, scored by East Central. It's 18-9 Tigers. Nelson, another sharp serve. That's going to be an ace for the Eagles. Make it 18-10. Nelson back to serve again from the right side. Eagles trying to claw their way back. There's the pass from Riley. Alora Dahl, left side. Avery Sawyer pushes it deep. Here's the back set to the near side. Gracie Hartle off the tip. Dig Ella Dahl. Alora Dahl scrambles to get it. Ella passes it across. Eagles going to go middle. And here's the shot. And that one tipped across. Only 5-3, but she's getting her attacks. Lowerson in the middle. Now Gracie Hartle from the right side and into the net. That snaps a little three-point run for East Central. 19-10. Pine River Backus, game 1 in this 5A East quarterfinal. Megan Irish back to serve. Megan into the net. And that is 3 straight errors. Make that back-to-back errors for Pine River Backus. Now the pass all the way back over the net. Here's Nelson setting it up, and there's a nice diving play by Avery Sawyer. Tigers keep it alive. East Central, and that's going to be a double hit on Chandra Nelson. She kind of hopped up, didn't like the call, but I don't think she disagreed with it either. I think she was more upset at herself. She tried to backset it to the near side, and before Pine River Backus serves, even after a side out, Coach Josh Hershey going to take a break. We'll step aside as well. It is the opening set of this 5A East tournament here in Pine River. Tigers lead 20-11 over East Central here on yourliveevent.com.
Locally, everyone benefits. First National Bank has been serving the Lakes area since 1902, with their focus being on their customers and our communities. They are your hometown bank with hometown pride. First National Bank wishes all the area sports teams the best of luck and are happy to help bring you the live coverage. First National Bank is locally owned and operated with 10 branches from Walker to Baxter. Visit www.fnbnorth.com. Member FDIC.
Pine River Backus 20, East Central 11. PRB the top seed in the 5A East tournament. East Central the number 8 seed, coming off a 3-0 win over McGregor last night. After the timeout, the Tigers going to make a substitution. Kaylee Johnson has come in, and now Cassidy Bristow will come in for Ella Dahl. Sawyer, Champ, Laura Dahl lined up in the front. Brianna Hannikin back to serve after the Tigers side out. 9-point lead here in the opener. Here's the set to the left side, and Bellinger with a nice shot down and good. Excuse me, that's Fernengo. Fernengo with the attack and the kill. Now heading back serve, Elsie Laurson. Laurson started the night serving, sends one to the mid-court area. Kaylee Johnson in setting, and she'll be called for the double hit. 20-13. Now roll it back to Laurson again. Laurson right at the center, sends it to Avery Sawyer. Johnson left side, and from the flats of her feet, Champ sends it over. Nice diving dig by Bellinger. Now here's a shot in the middle by Mallory Hartle. Bump set, left side off the blocker, and that one down and good. Avery Sawyer gets her first kill tonight. Johnson her first assist. 21-13, Pine River Backus. Tomorrow we've got 4 football games on our radio stations. Check rjbroadcasting.com for the details, as this one bumped over by Fernengo. Kaylee Johnson in the middle. Bristow left-handed tip. Nice diving save for Fernengo. And from the back row, Bellinger sends it over. Here's the set to the left side, and a shot by Alora Dahl, dug out by Laurson. And Mallory Hartle shoots it deep to the corner. Champ going to turn into the center here, and the shot, that one off the fingertips of Nelson, and a kill for Cassidy Bristow, her 6th of the first set. Champ picks up an assist. She had 3 kills early in this game one. 22-13, Avery Sawyer serving. Sawyer started the night with an ace for the Tigers from the service line. There's Kaylee Johnson with a nice save. And Kaylee will bump it to the deep corner. Kept it in play. Nice job there, Laurson, and that's popped across. Diving in, Sawyer with a nice dig. And bumped back across by the Eagles. Tigers with a good chance for some offense, and a nice block at the net. Getting up there was Gracie Hartle. Here's Alora Dahl, cross court, and good. Alora Dahl. Her first kill tonight. East Central's had a couple of little spurts. Pine River Backus at one time led 17-5. East Central cut it to 6 at 19-13. Now PRB trying to close it out. Here's a pass and a free ball at the net. That one hard off the hands. And on the free ball, Ashley Champ puts it down. Her 4th kill of the first set. It's set point for PRB. 24-13, Sawyer with the midcourt serve. Here's the set. Right side, Gracie Hartle blocked at the net. Back to the Eagles. Mallory Hartle, near side. Nicely played, Alora Dahl. Bristow to Dahl. Little roll reversal, and it's down. Bristow with the assist. Alora Dahl with the kill, and set 1 goes to Pine River Backus. 25-13. In this 5A East quarterfinal, top-seeded PRB takes a 1-0 lead. We'll recap the first and move to game 2. This is playoff volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are...
We welcome you back. Devin Kruger here with you after one. Pine River Backus 1-0 with a 25-13 win over East Central in the 2-7 matchup. Number 2 seed Mille Lacs with a decisive win over number 7 seed Upsala. It was 25-8 Mille Lacs after the opening set. It is a final as International Falls defeated Crosby Ironton in a 3-game sweep, ending the year for the Rangers 25-13, 27-25, and 25-11. In the first set, the PRB Tigers looked like they might just pull away early. They scored the first 5 points. East Central then battled back, scored 4 in a row. 3 of those 4 points on Pine River Backus hitting errors. They traded points. It was 6-5 Pine River Backus. East Central was serving, and then PRB went on the big run in the first game. They scored 12 straight, pushing it to 17-5. East Central tried to claw back as they cut the lead in half. The 12-point lead was cut to 6 at 19, or actually cut to 7, 20-13. But then Pine River Backus scored the last 5 of the opening set. Pine River Backus serving wise 19 of 21 with 4 aces in the first set. East Central was 12 of 12. With 1 ace. Gracie Hartle will start the serving, and Gracie Hartle will start set 2 with an ace for East Central. And Gracie Hartle will serve midcourt to Riley. Here's the set, near side tip, nicely played by Munson. And now here's for an angle. That one, and Pine River Backus was in the net. For an angle will get the kill. Mallory Hartle will get the assist, and East Central, the number 8 seed, is up 2-0. And there's a substitution. Kaylee Johnson going to come in for Mimi Buchers. Gracie Hartle serves near side. Nice tough serve there. Here's the bump set. Left side, Bristow off the tip. Dug out on a lunge by Lowerson. Here's Mallory Hartle. She'll tip. And we have East Central. They're going to say it was a double hit. And PRB on the board here in set 2. Mimi Buchers will come in for Johnson. Pine River Backus won the first set 25-13. And now here comes the tough jump serve from Alora Dahl, and it's deep. PRB was 18 of 21 in that first set. Now 0 for 1 in set 2 for Nengo to serve for East Central. Good pass in the middle. Bristow hard off the blocker and good. Off the hands of Mallory Hartle. 3-2 East Central here in set 2. Brianna Hannigan back into the front row. Caitlin Riley. And now the pass right at the net for Mimi Buchers to tap down. We're tied up at 3 here in set 2. Caitlin Riley was a 10 for 11. Very tough server for the PRB Tigers. East Central just has to get it across. Here's Brianna Hannigan, dug out by Gracie Hartle. And that's going to be a double hit on Mallory Hartle, and that's 3 straight for the Tigers. PRB takes the edge 4-3. Caitlin Riley rifles another serve. Tough play, and the Eagles free ball it over. Here's the set to the left side. It's Buchers down the line. Gracie Hartle, nice position. Keeps it in play. It's bumped across by Mallory Hartle. The pass from Ariana Burns here in this second set, and there's a shot in the middle, down and good for Cassidy Bristow. 4 straight for Pine River Backus. Riley back to serve from that right side, and that one's going to be way past the back line, so not near the tear that she got on in set 1. 5-4 PRB. Winner gets either Bram or Ogilvie. Mallory Hartle back to serve for East Central. That one deep, played by Riley. High pass, Alora Dahl to the middle. Brianna Hannigan taps it over. Here's the set, and off balance, running backwards, Brooklyn Lowe, a senior, tapped it over, and then there's a block at the net for East Central. Ruby Munson will get credit for the first block of the night. And we are tied at 5, game 2. PRB up 1-0. Tough serve by Mallory Hartle. Here's a shot, and Mallory digs it out. Gracie Hartle scrambles and backpedaling, and Munson tried to put some juice on that one and ended up putting it into that. That's one of those where you may just want to make that safe play and just make sure it's getting over the net. Back to serve, Cassidy Bristow. That one just clearing the net. Bristow did not serve in set 1, and it's free ball passed over to the Tigers. Here's Brianna Hannigan. That one off of Forningo, and that one will be down. First kill tonight for the senior Brianna Hannigan. 7-5 Pine River Backus. Here's Bristow with a tough serve to the near side. Sent up, and Lowerson sends it over right on the near sideline. Bristow keeps it in play, and Caitlin Riley trying to roll it over, puts it into the net. 7-6. Browardville Eagle Valley on the west side, taking on 7 seed Long Prairie Grey Eagle. Browardville Eagle Valley won set 1, 26-24. Here's Nelson with a serve. She had an ace in the first set, the lone ace for the Eagles. She sets it up. That'll be a double hit on Chandra Nelson. Nevis won over LaPorte 25-12 in set 1. Substitution, Ella Dahl in for Buchers for PRB. Those are the only score updates I have for 5A. Here's Ella Dahl with the jump serve deep on the near side. Larson with the pass. Here's Gracie Hartle. That one off the blocker and good. Gracie Hartle collects her second kill of the night. And right now, pretty back and forth. The crowd pretty subdued. Of course, Pine River Backus is the heavy favorite, you would say, coming into this one, but crowd's pretty quiet for how close this game 2 is. 8-7, and that one passed the back line. Serving error on Brooklyn Lowe. First error tonight from the service line for the Eagles of East Central. The number 8 seed, 5 and 16 coming in. Brianna Hannigan comes to the near side. Here's the set, and that one dug out in the back row. Hannigan with the bump set, shot on the near side by Ariana Burns, dug out by East Central. Here's Gracie Hartle, and that one past the back line. 10-7 PRB by a field goal. Crowd very quiet as Hannigan sends it middle of the back row. Here's Fernengo. That one off the tip. Sliding in is Hannikin. And Bristow will bump it across. Popped up in the air. Mallory Hartle, good long bump set. Fernengo just sets it across. Elidol, left side, Burns off the tip, and it's out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say no tip. I thought that was off a fingertip, but they're actually going to say that the attack was out of bounds. 10-8. Might have grazed the antenna on the near side as Elsie Laurson to serve. 2 for 2 in the first set. Here's Elidol to Aloradol. Far side cross court, and she hits an empty spot. 11-8. Pine River Backus in front. Following the match is our post-game recap with our awards. The Enbridge I Bring the Energy Player of the Game and our Pine River Family Market Star of the Game. Ariana Burns with a tough serve. And East Central slaps it over by Fernengo. Elidol, Aloradol, left side, cross court, count it. (12-8) in favor of Pine River Backus. Up 1-0, took the first set 25-13. Burns with another deep serve. That'll be an ace off the side of the hands of Brooklyn Lowe. And what has been a competitive second game, Pine River Backus maybe going to try to just drop the hammer now. Up 13-8 from the right side. Burns, and that one too deep. Third error from the service line here in game 2. Substitution for East Central. Ruby Munson in, Chandra Nelson out. Gracie Hartle to serve. Started the second set with an ace, and now this one is deep. Second error as East Central just returns the favor. Aloradol back to start a new rotation from that right side. Jump serve played by Laurson just nicely to keep that one alive. Mallory Hartle bumps. Tigers on the attack. Right side, Ashley Shamp. Yes! Empty spot on the near side, and she hits it perfectly. 15-9. Pine River Backus has scored 5 of the last 6. They'll toss the ball back to Aloradol. Here comes that approach. And the jump serve, and that's an ace serve, Aloradol. Coach Wentworth approaching and checking out that back row, just trying to keep them confident, keep them aware. Here's the jump serve again. It's low to the near side. And Fernengo bumps it. It's sent across by Munson. Tigers with a free chance. Right side in the middle. Bristow high off the tip. East Central plays it. The set to the middle. Mallory Hartle, and she rockets one. It goes up into the rafters, and the Tigers track it down. Aloradol steers it over. Good job keeping an eye on the ball. Here's Fernengo with a shot dug out by Riley. Aloradol to the left side in a shot, and that one is tipped, and point Pine River Backus as Elidol gets her first kill tonight. It was 10-8, now 17-9, a 7-1 run put together by the PRB Tigers. Aloradol back to serve again. With that jump serve, near side, Mallory Hartle. Gracie Hartle back to Mallory, and she attacks from her feet because she was from the back row. Champ, good hustle, tracking it down off a light bracket, and PRB keeps it in play. Fernengo left side, and that one went off of Ariana Burns, tried to twist out of the way, but couldn't in time as Fernengo picks up her 4th kill, leading the Eagles. Side out, 17-10. Irish into the front row for PRB. There's a tough serve by Fernengo. Right side, Ashley Shamp cross court, but missed. (17-11) in game 2, the top-seeded Tigers, the defending section champs, taking on 8-seeded East Central. Fernengo with the serve in the middle. Bristow tips, pop back in the air. Champ with a free ball, put it into the net. Not one you want to let go, certainly as the tournament goes later. Don't want it anytime, really. Fernengo back to serve again, 17-12. Nice rifle shot, free ball, tapped over by Mallory Hartle. She wound up, but she mistimed the jump a little bit. Back to the Eagles side. Going to be bumped across by Mallory Hartle. Here come the Tigers. Alora Dahl in the middle. Bristow smashes one off of Mallory Hartle. Goes twisting off the top of the net. Hits the antenna. And we're going to have a timeout for Coach Josh Hershey after the Bristow kill. Timeout on the floor. It's game 2 as the timeout as that was a milestone mark, and the reason Coach Hershey did the timeout as they congratulate Alora Dahl, senior setter, with her 2,000th set assist. She's getting hugged by all her teammates. Coach Hershey calling the timeout as the crowd gives her the standing ovation. Alora Dahl, 2,000 set assists. Now that's why I know he took a timeout after a kill. Bristow gets the kill. Alora's going to run over to the stands and with a big applause, and she's got some flowers and the ball, and I'm sure she's heading to the parental units. So it's 18-12. Pine River Backus in front, game 2. And Coach Hershey taking the timeout to honor a tremendous milestone for senior Alora Dahl. Big smiles all around, and of course now it's back to business. So after the timeout, Caitlin Riley is back to serve. Riley 2 for 3 this set, and there's another ace. 4th of the night for Caitlin Riley. 19-12 PRB looking to take a 2-0 lead in this match. Next up, Halloween night for the winner against either Bram or Ogilvie, the 4-5 matchup. Bram, the 4 seed. Here's a shot by Mallory Hartle into the net. And it's 20-12 as Coach Hershey will now make another switch. And Madeline Knapp is going to come in and replace Ariana Burns. Riley ready to serve it up again. Been very tough from the service line. Sends one to the near side for an angle, and that one's going to land out of bounds on the net. Another ace. Coach Kerry Wentworth giving some instruction to Fernango, one of the 4 juniors on this East Central team, and now Riley sends one well past the back line. East Central does have 2 timeouts remaining. Of course, coming in about a 2.5-hour trip on the yellow bus. As here's a tough serve by Mallory Hartle. The pass back over. East Central trying to battle the top seed in the subsection. There a little miscommunication. Hannikin thought Alora Dahl was going to go for it and vice versa. As there's a shot and a kill on the near side for Mallory Hartle. 21-14. It was 25-13 in the first set. And Mallory, she's a tough server, sends another one over. Here's a set in the middle, and Brianna Hannikin off the knuckles of a diving Fernango. Brianna Hannikin with the kill, 22-14 PRB. Cassidy Bristow back to serve. Takes a step to the middle, sends it to Brooklyn Lowe. Bumped up, and Gracie Hartle will send it over. Caitlin Riley had to sprawl out to save it. A shot over by Hannikin, dug out. Here's Lowerson sending it to the back line to Riley. Pine River Backus scrambles to get it over in 3 hits. East Central, Lowerson tried to do a spinning shot and put it into the net. 23-14 PRB. Coach Hershey going to call in for a sub, and for the first time we're going to see 8th grader Autumn Burns. This might be her varsity debut. And Autumn Burns, a left-handed server, going to send it to the near side. Here comes East Central, and it's bumped across by Lowerson. Alora Dahl to the right side, Hannikin dug out. Nice dig by Mallory Hartle. Gracie Hartle and Lowe shoots it deep, and there's Autumn Burns with a dig, and is pushed across. Caitlin Riley with the pass. Alora Dahl left side, here's the shot, and that one saved from Madeline Knapp. Megan Irish sets Hannikin. Good rally, and there's the kill for Hannikin. Assist to Megan Irish, set point, Pine River Backus. 24-14. Autumn Burns serving, and that one on the line, and an ace serve to wrap up the second set. The young 8th grader with a spark at the end of set 2. 25-14, the top-seeded PRB Tigers take a 2-0 lead in this 5A East quarterfinal. We break. We have set 3 right after this on yourliveevent.com.
The Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters. Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
And we welcome you back to Pine River Backus High School. Devin Kruger with you on yourliveevent.com. Of course, a huge thank you to the advertisers and sponsors you see throughout the broadcast. Without them, this is not possible. Top seeded Pine River Backus up 2-0 on East Central out of Finlayson. 25-13, 25-14 in set 2. East Central 13 of 15 serving with an ace. PRB 19 of 23 with 5 aces. Alora Dahl with 15 assists through 2 sets, including collecting her 2,000th of her career here at PRB. Last we heard, Mille Lacs was up on Upsala 1-0. No other scores from 5A East. I couldn't find a score for Hill City at Swanville or Ogilvie at Bram yet. On the west side, top-seeded Nevis up 2-0 on 8th-seeded LaPorte. They saw Browerville Eagle Valley. They're up 1-0. Looks like they're getting ready to go up 2-0 on Long Prairie Gray Eagle. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock start. Should PRB close this one out, we'll for sure be back on yourliveevent.com. We may have some radio coverage to coincide for Tuesday night, Halloween night. If indeed the Tigers advance, one way or the other, we'll have Tigers coverage for Halloween night in the semifinal round. East Central, the number 8 seed. They've shown some glimpses. They've had some struggles getting consistent offense, especially off serve receive, and we all know that's where it starts. And now East Central looks to dig deep, especially for their seniors. Cassidy Bristow will start the serving for the PRB Tigers. East Central had a lead very early in set 2, but the Tigers eventually switched and took control. Here's a shot by Avery Sawyer, dug out in the back row. And here's a shot by Fernango, dug out on the other side by Bristow. Here's the set in the middle. Hannikin near side. Off of Nelson. Off the net. Down and good for Brianna Hannikin. Pine River Backus grabs the opening point. Again, the crowd pretty subdued as Bristow, tough serve. The pass by Bellinger back to the Tigers. Alora Dahl had to scramble right next to the net. Now here's a free ball pass, tipped over, catches the net, and that allows Nelson to easily play it. Gracie Hartle will shoot it deep. Alora Dahl to the middle. Hannikin, far side. That one off of Bellinger and out of bounds. 2-0 PRB. And Bristow sends a liner back across the net, and that'll be a double hit on Chandra Nelson. Seen a few of those against this Eagles team. Carrie Wentworth, just her second year as head coach for the Eagles. 3 wins last year, 5 this year, and now Bristow lines one into the net. Substitution is Munson in, Nelson out. PRB will, for the first time, bring in Raina Hannikin, a junior, to replace Bristow in the back row. Gracie Hartle back to serve. Had the lone ace for the Eagles in set number 2. And she'll start the third almost with an ace. PRB has trouble with it. 3-2 Pine River Backus. 25-13, 25-14 so far our games tonight. And Gracie Hartle to midcourt to Raina Hannikin. Here's the set, Brianna Hannikin, and far side, got it inside the stripe. 6 kills now for Brianna Hannikin. Side out and a point for PRB. They have a 4-2 lead. Mimi Buchers back to serve. Has not served yet tonight. Here's Munson, and that set right at the top of the net. And Munson couldn't get enough to carry it over. 5-2 in favor of Pine River Backus. Buchers gain a chance to serve here in this third set. Sends one to the near side, and it's inside the line. Ace serve, Mimi Buchers. In that second set, Pine River Backus just kind of kept hitting these 3-4-point runs to keep extending the lead. Now Buchers tried to float one just over the net, and after the ace, commits a serving error. 6-3. Kaylee Johnson back into the front row for Pine River Backus to set. Lydia Ferningo back to serve. 5 for 5 on the night. Here's Brianna Hannikin, and that one off the net, and Brianna knew as soon as it left her hands that that was not in a good spot for an attack. 6-4. Fernango to serve again. Third set, PRB, the top seed, looking for the sweep. The pass, not where it should be. Tigers send it over on 3. Munson, the back set, and that one's going to go over the net, and a bit of a break point as Brianna Hannikin and the Tigers didn't quite recognize quick enough that that pass was going over the net. And that set down, and Ruby Munson ends up getting a kill for that. 6-5 PRB here in the third. Fernango just off the net. Riley plays it. Avery Sawyer sends it back row deep. Larson with a nice dig, and then 2 players, Mallory Hartle and Fernango, both took a step towards the ball, and one of those where they were both calling for it, and then they both stepped away. I haven't checked the World Series score yet tonight. World Series game 1 tonight. Here's Brianna Hannikin, floats a serve over short. Tigers with a 2-point lead. Mallory Hartle just has to get it inside the antenna. Here's Bristow with a tap near side and a beauty. Bristow's 10th kill tonight. Kaylee Johnson with an assist. 8-5 in favor of Pine River Backus. Here's the serve, far side right on the line. Bellinger plays it. Gracie Hartle, good hustle. Mallory Hartle pops it over. Here's the bump, the set, and the spike by Bristow, dug out by Fernango. Gracie Hartle, left side. Bellinger sends it to the far side. Hits line. Here comes Avery Sawyer. Cross court, off the tip. Good dig by East Central. Here's Munson with a tap across. Alora Dahl is there. Kaylee Johnson back to Alora at the middle. Sends it down, and it's dive. Gracie Hartle's save attempt over the net and out of bounds. Alora Dahl will pick up her 5th kill tonight. Substitution, Megan Irish in, Ashley Shamp out. Texas up 2-0 on the Diamondbacks in the top of the 3rd, but the D-backs threatening. Here's Brianna Hannigan, tough serve. Played off the shoe tops of Fernengo, and then she bumps it across on the 3rd hit. Here comes the set, left side. Sawyer, dug up by Laursen. East Central sends it to Mallory Hartle in the middle. PRB sets left side, and Sawyer kind of crashes into the near side post, but gets it across clean. Bellinger tipped at the net by Alora Dahl. Set middle, Alora, and that's off of Gracie Hartle and good. 4 straight for Pine River Backus. It's a 10-5 lead. Mille Lacs takes set 2 much closer after 25-8 in the first set. 26-24 in set 2. Mille Lacs up 2-0. PRB looking for the sweep. 10-5, and that pass over that and out of bounds. Ace serve, Brianna Hannigan. Wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers just try to really pull away, then maybe mix in some younger players. Brianna Hannigan is in, serving, and here she dives with a dig on the East Central attack, and now this one just rolled over the edge by Elladal. Kaylee Johnson sets Alora Dahl in the middle. That one off the net, off the blocker, and good. 12-5, Pine River Backus timeout. East Central, PRB, the top seed in the 5A East subsection tournament, looking for the sweep. They're up 12-5 in the 3rd, up in the match 2-0, and we return after this break on YourLiveEvent.com.
When you bank locally, everyone benefits. First National Bank has been serving the Lakes area since 1902, with their focus being on their customers and our communities. They are your hometown bank with hometown pride. First National Bank wishes all the area sports teams the best of luck and are happy to help bring you the live coverage. First National Bank is locally owned and operated with 10 branches from Walker to Baxter. Visit www.fnbnorth.com. Member FDIC.
Devin Kruger welcoming you back. Top seed in the West, Nevis, a 3-game sweep over LaPorte. Browardville Eagle Valley up 2-0 on Long Prairie Gray Eagle. That's all I've got for, here is an upstate. Swanville, the 3 seed, they're up 2-0 on Hill City. Brianna Hankin continues to serve, and there is a shot over and good. First kill tonight for Mason Bellinger. Side out after a 6-0 spurt by the PRB Tigers. It's 12-6. Mallory Hartle with the jump serve. Here's the set in the middle, and there's the tap down Alora Dahl. Right there was Munson. Now here's Bellinger, tried to push it and put it into the top of the net. Quick side out right back to Pine River Backus. Now Bristow will come in for Ariana Burns. Here's the serve by Elladal. Laursen will bump it across. Bristow, Johnson, left side, shot off the tip. Nice save, Mallory Hartle. Here's Bellinger. She'll tap it across and good. Gracie Hartle gets the assist. 13-7. Sub in Chandra Nelson back in. She'll serve 4 for 4 with an ace tonight for the Eagles of East Central. This one deep. Oh, there went the perfect serving percentage. 14-7. Mimi Buchers will come back in for the front row for Pine River Backus. Alora Dahl back to serve. Alora, who is the all-time school leader in ace serves, now 2,000 assists. And boy, East Central, both Nelson and Mallory Hartle, good quick wristed plays, and then it doesn't matter as PRB able to set up the offense, and Cassidy Bristow hammers one down. 15-7 PRB. Alora with one ace tonight, and now into the net. 15-8. Mason Bellinger will serve. Served in set 1, was 1 for 1. Did not serve in set 2. Alora Dahl to the left side. Shot down, good. Sophomore Mimi Buchers from the left side. Her 3rd kill tonight. 20 assists for Alora Dahl, who went over 2,000 in her career. Now substitution as Madeline Knapp, senior, will come in for Ella Dahl. Brianna Hannikin into the front row as Caitlin Riley will head back to serve. PRB looking for the sweep to start their playoff run. Haven't played since last Tuesday. Now a tough pass and another ace for Caitlin Riley. That is her 7th ace of the night. And here's the serve, and that's back to back. PRB up by 10. East Central. With 1 timeout remaining, now Coach Josh Hershey going to go a little bit deeper. Callie Norman, a sophomore, coming in for the first time. Riley on the right side, and this one as Mallory Hartle plays that one was going to be close to the back line. Gracie Hartle sends it over. Alora Dahl back sets. Here's the shot. That one off of the net. That'll be a hitting error. Tried to get Callie a shot on that right side, and she put it off the top of the net. Substitution is Lowe in for Fornengo for East Central's Eagles. Lowerson back to serve. Austin with a couple of aggressive dribbles that volleyball. Everybody's got their routine. Hits a high floater to Riley in the middle. Alora Dahl, long set, left side, Hannikin, yes. Brianna Hannikin with her 7th kill. 19-9. East Central 5-16 on the year. PRB 18-9. And now for the first time, we see 8th grader Leah Eveland checking in. Eveland going to get a chance to go back and serve. Sends a liner and just rolls it off the tape for an ace. How about that? 2 8th graders have gotten into this game for Pine River Backus. Both of them have an ace serve. 20-9. Evelyn sends one near side to Lowerson. And the pass back over to the Tigers. Buchers on the right side, running attack. Nelson, Gracie Hartle, left side, Rio close to the platform. Good job by Lowe just to get it across. Here's an attack on the left side. That one spins down and good. Madeline Knapp. PRB 4 points away from scoring the sweep to start the playoff run. Evelyn to serve it up again. This one into the net. Postgame recap will follow as Munson will check back in. Back serve Gracie Hartle, one of the 4 seniors for East Central that see their season potentially dwindling down. Now Knapp had to kind of stay flat-footed and put that one into the net. 21-11. Gracie Hartle standing right at the center stripe. Here's Alora Dahl, good pass there. Here's a shot, that one dug out by Bellinger. The pass going to get back to the Tigers. The pass from Knapp. Alora Dahl had to chase down. Caitlin Riley slaps it across. Here's Gracie Hartle to the near side. Munson, she'll send it deep. Evelyn is there. Oh, it goes off of her hands, goes straight up to the backboard and straight down. That'll be a kill on the right side with Munson. 3 straight for East Central, 21-12. Gracie Hartle, far sideline. Here's the bump set. Caitlin Riley from the back row into the net. 4 straight for the Eagles, 21-13 PRB. Set 3, Tigers up 2-0, 25-13, 25-14. Long pass off the mark. Tigers just send it across near sideline. Munson and Mallory Hartle bumps it across. Here's the back set, right side, and this one off the shoulder of Munson, and Mimi Buchers with her 4th kill tonight. 22-13 PRB. Bristow will come in for Eveland. Buchers to serve. Didn't serve in the first 2 games, 2 of 3 for an ace. And now the set, and East Central, little mix-up in where that set was going as Gracie Hartle backs at it, but Brooklyn Lowe wasn't ready for it. New sub in for PRB, 8th grader Lily Backus gets her first appearance. Buchers to serve it, 23-13, near side. Here's the pass, Mallory Hartle sends it deep. And now the pass back over, and Hartle, Riley with a great save. It's going to be bunked over by Bristow. Gracie Hartle, Lowerson, Mallory Hartle passes across. Here come the Tigers, the set. It's Backus from the left side, blocked, saved by Bristow. The set to Backus again on the left side, sends it deep. Bellinger back over, Backus is there. This time they back set it to Hannigan, goes cross court but missed it long. Well, missed it wide, I should say. 23-14. Well, in the middle of the third, the Diamondbacks have taken the lead 3-2 over the Rangers, game 1 of the World Series. Kaylee Johnson returns for Pine River Backus. Line judge had to bend down and tie a shoe. He's ready to go now. 23-14. And the long serve by Lowe, and that pass right to the net. Kaylee Johnson couldn't quite play it cleanly. 23-15. Coach Josh Hershey with quite a mix of players on the floor now for Pine River Backus. Lowe serves it deep. Johnson sets middle. The shot by Laura Dahl, dug out by Lowe. Here's the set, Gracie Hartle. Bellinger sends it deep. The seniors getting a lot of action for East Central. Want to end their career at least going down swinging. Here's Backus, left side, cross court, and they're going to say East Central was in the net. Give a kill to Lily Backus. And here's Brianna Hannigan to serve, match point PRB, 24-15, and that one on the line. Brianna Hannigan ends the match with an ace serve, painting the stripe, and Pine River Backus advances. The defending section champs on to the subsection semis, 25-13, 25-14, 25-15. East Central season comes to an end at 5-17. Pine River Backus wins their 19th of the year. They are 19-9. Our post-game recap begins next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters. Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region.
And welcome to the post-game recap. Devin Kruger here with you as top seed Pine River Backus gets the victory in a 3-game sweep over East Central on YourLiveEvent.com, 25-13, 25-14, 25-15. They advance. We saw that Nevis advanced with a 3-0 win, the top seed in the West over LaPorte. We'll get you some other updates when possible. Mille Lacs was up 2-0. Mille Lacs number 2 seed in the East, same bracket as PRB. Mille Lacs was up 2-0 on Uppsala in theirs. Alora Dahl goes over 2,000 set assists. A couple of young ladies, some 8th graders, got their first varsity action, and PRB gets the sweep. In set 3, Tigers jumped out 3-0. They're up 6-2. East Central cut it to 6-5, and that's when the Tigers got on their run to push it up 12-5, a 6-0 run. East Central wouldn't get much closer. PRB, again, just kind of, a couple points here, 4 points there, 5 points there, just kept upping the lead more and more. PRB led 21-9, put in some younger players. East Central made a little bit of a run, scored 6 of the next 8. Cut it to 23-15, but PRB closes it out. An ace serve, very tough serving. East Central couldn't get a lot of any consistent offense. Clean passes, again, serve, receive, trying to pass, get that to the setter so they can put the ball right at the net. East Central wasn't able to have a lot of success with that tonight, as PRB's serving was pretty tough. There were enough errors. I think Coach Hershey, it's going to be one of those like, hey, you know what? They're going to go serve aggressive. Probably a few too many errors for his liking, but they also, by my tally, notched 15 ace serves in the match tonight. East Central season comes to a close at 5-17. They will graduate 4 seniors, Brooklyn Lowe, Gracie Hartle, Mason Bellinger, and Ruby Munson off this 2023 team. And we'll see if we get a chance to talk to Coach Wentworth. We'll take a break. Tigers, as the #1 seed, they kind of did what you want them to do as PRB fans. They did what you sometimes expect them to do. They came out, kind of took care of business. Coach Hershey said they worked on a lot of stuff this week. I'm sure they worked hard, not to the point where maybe they were tired. I don't know if they maybe were, because there were some times when they were a little bit, not sluggish, but you could tell that they just weren't real crisp. Maybe some heavy legs, but they get the job done. They get the victory in 3 sets. They move on to the subsection semis. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the final numbers. It's a 3-game sweep for the Tigers tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota, plus we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100. Communities prosper and grow when you bank locally. Everyone benefits.
Back with you on the post-game recap as Pine River Backus gets the win via the 3-game sweep. The Tigers win their 19th of the season, and they advance to take on the winner of 4th-seeded Bram and 5th-seeded Ogilvie. That'll be Tuesday night right here at Pine River Backus. Devin Kruger here with you. Let's take a look at the final numbers. For PRB, serving-wise, I had them, these are unofficial, but I had them for 58 of 69, 84%. With 15 ace serves, East Central 39 of 42, that's a 92% with 2 aces. Team blocks, I only had 1 all night, and that was recorded by East Central. Individually for the Eagles, Lydia Fernango had 4 kills leading the attackers. Ruby Munson had 4 assists. Chandra Nelson had 3. Nelson had an ace. Gracie Hartle had 2 kills and an ace. Mason Bellinger had a couple of kills as well for the East Central Eagles. For the Pine River Backus Tigers, again, a lot of different players got in, so a lot of the stats are kind of spread around. Leading the way, Alora Dahl, 24 set assists, including going over her 2,000th career assist. She also had 7 kills. Cassie Bristow had 11 kills. Kaylee Johnson, 7 assists. Brianna Hannigan, 7 kills, 2 aces. Mimi Buchers, 4 kills and an ace. 5 kills for Ashley Shamp. She was big in that opening set. And Caitlin Riley, of course, had some nice digs when she had to be called upon. She also had 7. I had her for 7 ace serves as Pine River Backus scores the win. Again, 25-13, 25-14, 25-15. Pine River Backus scores the win and advances. We might have an update from number 2 seed Mille Lacs. We featured them on KKI and FM radio, and indeed, the number 2 seed Mille Lacs Raiders, they get the sweep 3-0 over Upsala. So they are in to the semifinals. And we also had in 7AA International Falls, they swept Crosby Ironton, ending the year for the Rangers tonight in a 3-game sweep. We're going to try to track down some interviewees for our post-game awards, so get set for that as the PRB Tigers get the win 3-0 over the East Central Eagles. We'll be back with more here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Been serving the Lakes area since 1902, with their focus being on their customers and our communities. They are your hometown bank with hometown pride. First National Bank wishes all the area sports teams the best of luck and are happy to help bring you the live coverage. First National Bank is locally owned and operated with 10 branches from Walker to Baxter. Visit www.fnbnorth.com. Member FDIC.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River Backus Schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
And welcome back to our post-game recap. As joining us now, I guess we got to get in the frame here. There we go. Ashley Shamp is joining us. She is going to be our Pine River Family Market. Something here. Let's get this right here. Oh, there we go. We'll get her. She is our Pine River Family Market star of the game. Ashley, you started off the tournament with a home win, as you know, especially as one of the seniors in this group. How important was it for you to make sure you got some home playoff games to end your career?
You know, it's just good to have the home crowd here. Usually when there's away games, it's a little bit difficult for people to come. So really just having our community here is really important.
You had East Central come in. You guys have not played in over a week. Were you really kind of itching to get back on the floor and play some volleyball again tonight?
Yeah, we were ready. Coach has been cutting us off at practice, so we're ready to play. We're itching to be on the court, and yeah.
As one of the seniors on this team, what were some of the things that you gals were talking about, you know, within your class, the things, because we know what the goal is, but, you know, did you talk about certain things about how you wanted to accomplish that goal and make sure this season ends where you want it to end?
Coach always says never be nervous or shy, because if you're that way, you're going to lose anyways. So if you go out there aggressively, at least you went out on your terms and how you want to end it.
You had a really nice first set. You got things established right away. Was that part of the plan tonight, was to kind of feed you early, because you had a lot of kills in that opening set to kind of set the tone?
Yep, just go out there, be aggressive as possible, and get her done.
You get at least one more home match, which is really cool. You'll get to play on Halloween night. But, I mean, even though it is an early round game, how good does this one feel, Ashley, to start off with a pretty crisp win on the home floor?
It feels pretty good. It makes us more confident for the future and how we're going to play. Like, we want to start off strong and just keep building up to the final match.
You got the sweep, you got the win, you got the award. You're our star of the game tonight, Ashley. Great start to the playoffs. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ashley Shamp, our Pine River Family Market star of the game, joining us here for the post-game recap. And now we're going to go to Alora Dahl. Alora is going to join us. Come on in. Yeah, you can grab it. 2,000 set assists. Did you know you were getting close?
I had an idea, yeah. Coach had mentioned it in practice, so I had a little bit of an idea, but I didn't know when. So it was a surprise for sure.
You know, it's one of those where I wasn't even clued in. So all of a sudden, you know, the point happens, he takes the timeout, and then it's the presentation. You know, your team swarms you. With volleyball, we know you have to have, you know, a great relationship. You have to have cohesiveness. What was that like in that moment that it was announced and your teammates are all basically mobbing you on the sideline?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, I was just thinking, oh, yeah, timeout, here we go. And then it was just a celebration. It was so exciting. Definitely something I'll never forget.
Obviously, you get that by playing this game a long time. You are also one of the seniors for this team. You got the top seed. You have a chance, of course, to accomplish some great goals. How did this one feel tonight for you starting off the playoff run?
Yeah, I think we were ready. I think we're ready overall, but it felt good to win, definitely, and have everyone here to support us.
A great crowd, a great matchup. With, you know, the hitters that you have, one thing that kind of stood out to me was, you know, spreading the ball around. And, of course, you switch off into the hitting role as well. How much this week, Alora, did you guys talk about making sure that balance is there to make you an even more dangerous team here in this 5A playoffs?
Yeah, we definitely spent a lot of time in practice working on like the separation and the plays that we needed to run to get people spread out. So we definitely spent a lot of time like individually just like working on that all together too.
You get the win to start. You eclipse a tremendous milestone. Congratulations on that, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you.
That's Alora Dahl joining us here for the PRB Tigers, and now coming in is going to be our Enbridge player of the game. Caitlin Riley, the libero. Go ahead and hold that young lady to stand over here. Part of the reason I gave you the energy player of the game is I know how much ace serves can spark a team. Your serving was pretty brutal on East Central tonight. I had you for 7 aces. Just, you know, give us a taste, Caitlin, of the practice, the work you put in to be one of the toughest servers that teams have to deal with.
Just being there at practice, making every serve count, and just the time you put in after the game.
How much is put into where the ball is placed versus how hard you're going to send it over the net?
Basically, how like the amount of like pressure you want to like put to make it drop or like make it go deeper.
I know in this sport, sometimes you can kind of take a little bit of advantage of somebody on the other team that has trouble handling tough serves.
Yep.
Do you ever get to a point where you start to feel bad for them?
Sometimes.
But I know that doesn't change going after it. The point of the game is to win. But I've always wanted to ask that because sometimes because you got on such a great run sometimes. Of course, in your libero spot, you're in that back row. This week, knowing the tournament goes really fast, especially next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. How much did you work on this week just to be super crisp and be able to read the hitters throughout the section tournament?
Just eye sequence, basically. Just focusing.
How good did this win feel to start on the home floor?
It's a good, it's good. It's exciting.
It was a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, the cheer section was fabulous.
And you get that home cooking one more night. I mean, how exciting will it be to be able to at least step on this floor one more time this year, not only for you, but of course for your senior teammates.
Yep. I'm super excited. I'm gonna miss those seniors a bunch, and I just want to make every moment count.
Well, that's
especially with home games and our cheer section.
Absolutely. Well, that's why you try to push that season as long as it'll go. Caitlin, very good job. Outstanding night tonight, and we look forward to seeing you down the road.
See ya.
All right, Caitlin Riley, she is our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk with head coach Josh Hershey as the Tigers get the sweep victory over East Central tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Recap, and Josh Hershey, head coach for the Tigers, is now joining us. After the long break, you get this the postseason started with the 3-game sweep. Coach, take us through what stood out to you as you started the defense of your section title from last year.
Yeah, well, hopefully we get a little of the nerves off and just get going, get playing again. I think mentally we were maybe a little bit tired, but the girls found a way to get it done. There were some good things. Playing really well in the back row, Ariana Burns. And that could be huge for us here in the postseason. So, there were a few other things that I liked, but I think we need a break. The weekend will be good.
When you have a match like this, you didn't know much about East Central. You had said in the pregame you thought, there were a couple of key things you could maybe pinpoint that you had an advantage on. But when you talk about teenagers and their kids, it's a #1 seed, it's a #8 seed. How did you feel, especially in the warm-ups and right before? How was the focus for your team, and did you feel like you had them prepped to not overlook anything?
I think they were ready for that. Now, it's easy for me to say. I mean, I hope they were, but it wasn't our A performance by any means, So, I mean, but that's on me this time of year. I don't know what else to say about it. We hopefully we'll play better and better here if we're fortunate enough to stay alive next week.
A lot of different players got attacks tonight, and even not really even counting the youngsters that got in late. But when you have with Ashley, Bree, Cassidy, got some sets for Avery. Of course, Alora shifts into that hitting role. How much with having the week off and getting that full week of practice did you work on the balance to make you an even tougher team to defend?
Yeah, we worked on it a lot. I mean, we like to think we're going to be more balanced here. At the end of the day, a couple of our best players are going to have to beat other teams' best players. That's usually what the playoffs come down to. But yes, the other kids, the supporting cast, they got to support us big time. And so we worked a ton on it. I mean, we worked in even groups of 3 and 4, just, what rotation was at the net with our setter. trying to work on a few play sets that we hope we can use here when it's all on the line.
Serving-wise, we know that you like your team serving tough. A lot of errors, but a lot of aces tonight. Is there anything in particular that stood out in terms of the good and the bad of what you have to kind of focus on for next week from behind that line?
Well, we're going to have to be better, or our postseason's going to end. I mean, tonight I was not very thrilled with how it went. At the same time, maybe I got to give other kids that are sitting there a chance. We've kind of made a list. We put it right up in front of them here this week a few times at practice. If we're in the section quarters, semis, finals, this is what's happening. If somebody struggles, here's who's next. So, Laura, that's her worst night of serving of the season. Bree wasn't particularly sharp. Our best servers got to serve well. That's a big part of what we try to do. So we'll see. As you know, we've got to be able to get teams out of offense. We're not built to handle some of the hitters that are in our section if they're in full offense.
Laura Dahl eclipses a tremendous milestone tonight, 2,000 assists. She gets it. You call the timeout, and of course, a great night to be able and to do it on the home floor. But for you as the head coach, and you've coached a lot of great teams, as the players seem to sometimes start younger and younger, 2,000 assists is still a pretty monumental number. Discuss that with a player like Laura, who even flips into a hitter role every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, that's an outstanding accomplishment. I'm just happy for her because she's such a good kid. Anybody that knows her off the court, she's just a great kid. She'll do anything for you, And this year, she wasn't worried about individual stats or anything like that, or she'd have a lot more than 2,000. She also knew what some of the kids ahead of her had to do, in terms of switching roles, and she just wants the team to do well. So whatever role that means, and a lot of people don't realize she doesn't exactly have the healthiest shoulder for hitting either. And so we're asking a lot. So, but she wants to lay it out there and get our team as far as we can possibly go. And we think it's best with her getting a few swings and a few rotations. But, just a great kid, a great accomplishment. So many hours put in her career. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I wish I had a log of how many hours she spent on a volleyball floor here at PRB. So, but pretty cool. And like I said, I just think just a better kid off the floor. That's the main thing, I mean, just everything you could want. So she's a real credit to her family and our entire community.
Oh, that's awesome. You get to start the playoffs with a 3-game sweep. You get one more on the home floor Halloween night, either Bram or Ogilvie. Obviously, next week gets pretty fast and furious if you can keep the run going.
Yeah, it'll be busy. We got to be fresher. I know that for a fact. So Coach will rein it way in for the girls. Hopefully we're chomping at the bit to get on this floor on Tuesday night and see what happens after that.
And let's play.
Let's play.
Coach, congratulations on the start and the sweep to open up the playoffs. We appreciate the time.
All right, thanks a lot, Devin.
Josh Hershey, head coach for the PRB Tigers, join us. We'll take one more break. We'll wrap it up after the PRB sweep right after this on yourliveevent.com. Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100. Communities prosper and grow when you bank locally. Everyone benefits. First National Bank has been serving the Lakes area since 1902, with their focus being on their customers and our communities. They are your hometown bank with hometown pride. First National Bank wishes all the area sports teams the best of luck and are happy to help bring you the live coverage. First National Bank is locally owned and operated with 10 branches from Walker to Baxter. Visit www.fnbnorth.com. Member FDIC.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
We welcome you back here on yourliveevent.com. Devin Kruger here with you. Pine River Backus gets the sweep victory, 25-13, 25-14, 25-15. East Central wraps up their season at 5-17. Pine River Backus is 19-9. Other games in 5A, Nevis got the 3-game sweep over LaPorte. Mille Lacs on the east side with PRB. They got a 3-0 win over Upsala. See that Verndale is up 1 against Walker Hackensack Akeley. They are in the 4th set right now with Verndale leading 19-13. Let's see, we've got Mille Lacs. Oh, yeah, we got that one. Browerville Eagle Valley, they got the win 3-0 over Long Prairie Gray Eagle. Oh, of course, my pen wants to stop working right when I want to write that down because that's how that works. That's how that works. So the top 2 seeds get the sweep on the east side of things, and looks like Swanville, the number 3 seed, Swanville, they got the win over Hill City, 3-0. That one is on this east side. Bram Ogilvie, sorry, Tigers fans, no score update, so not sure of the opponent yet, but Pine River Backus will be back at it Tuesday night, Halloween night, 6:40 scheduled for the pregame, 7 o'clock for the first serve. We are planning on having that on radio on Cash 95.9, audio at rjbroadcasting.com, and then live video streamed here as well at yourliveevent.com. Congratulations to the Tigers for the win as they advance in the 5A East tournament. Big thanks, of course, to all of our sponsors. For Jester running the camera, of course, Coach Hershey joining me as well as the players. Special congratulations to Laura Dahl, 2,000 career assists for the PRB Tigers. They move on in the 5A East tournament. Tomorrow we have 4 football games on our radio family of stations. Check out the broadcast schedule at rjbroadcasting.com. Until next time, folks, have a great evening. I am Devin Kruger. Let's do this again.